Hello everyone. Good morning and good evening. So wish you a very happy Diwali to all. So let me, as we are new to the channel, so let me tell you why we started this. So main intention of the setting up a channel was to keep track of all the knowledge which I have been sharing with multiple people. So I thought, okay, let's have a recorded session which might be helpful instead of having a repeated conversation over and over again, and to directly link it to the person whoever is going to ask me further. So today's session is about financial planning for middle class, for mainly for Indians. So let's start. This was the basic questions many people were asking me. What is the cost of living in India? What are the expenses? What are the education expenses for their children? So let's get over each and every detail, and then we'll come across, as you can see my tab, we'll come across all those options one by one. So first of all, I see many people don't track their expenses. So that's the reason you actually don't know what is the monthly expenses which will occur. So it may not be accurate every month because the cost can go here and there. But if you track at least 3 months continuously, you will come to know at average value that it might come up to. So so one thing first, track your expenses at least twice in a year, so you'll have better understanding of what are the expenses which are coming up. Then second thing is, I wanted to tell you what is inflation. So inflation is a term where your expenses will increase year on year, irrespective of your same standard of living. So let's say for suppose you're eating the same food over the period of years and the same quantity, but the expenses has been increased. So why so? So we'll go through that. And also your education for children, your hospital charges, everything is going to increase irrespective of whether you change or not, your lifestyle has been changed. Okay, so and we'll go over each and every detail how much an household for middle class family spends, and also we'll see across the same middle class family at different areas, and if their standard of living is little bit higher, so what are the expenses and all, we'll go one by one. Let's see whom this video might help the most. Okay, so it all starts with a person who has been started his career moving to the metro cities. So his initial days of career, he doesn't has to very much. Maybe he stays in a PG, or he stays with the friends, we're sharing a room, and all the food and all the other expenses were carried out easily either by PG food, or he'll eat in the office, or odd times he will eat outside. So there is no much expenses involved. So all this planning starts when a person has settled through the career and has been having quite a couple of years of experience, and when he wanted to start a new family. Okay, or even though if he's not getting married, if he wants to bring their parents, entire parents who is completely dependent on him, and start a new life over in a city. So it is applicable for them also, and it is applicable for the guys who newly married and planning to shift it to the metro cities wherever their uh, actual work is. Okay, let's go over each and every expenses. So I have mainly covered all the expenses considering a family of four. Okay, as you can see, many divisions which are genuinely coming up. So I have kept here few expenses which are coming for very basic standard who is living outside the city, and medium standard we can consider who is living in the city center, the family of four, and few people wants to have very high standard of life, and what will be their rent and maintenance included. Okay, let's see. for very standard family who wants to start. So there in metro cities, even if you consider least, it can come up to 15,000 plus or minus thing. So I have kept a moderate range where you are outside family. There are even situations where a person has to go even further outside from the city for 20-30 kilometers. So he can get easily for 10,000. Okay. So, but you has to consider two things. Either you want to save some money over the rent, or you want to have a peace of mind be without having much of travel, because all the metro cities we are well aware of the traffic conditions. So everybody is prone, if you are staying 20 kilometers or 30 kilometers, your daily commutation itself will be 3 to 4 hours. So you have to maintain a balance between those two. And also there is another condition regarding where you want to make your home. Okay, so let's say you are the only person who is earning, so it's as per your wish. You may be looking for, yeah, nearest to your office. Okay, let's say you're a married person and both of them are working, so you have to see the flexible option. Okay, how flexible is your company or her company is, and also whether your company is giving a better option of transportation, or hers is giving better option for transportation. So you have to consider this thing in mind. And also you are sharing the work with your wife or not. Okay, all depends. So if both are working, it's rather always good to share your work and have somewhere in the middle. If both are working or not, you have to give little bit importance to your wife, and she has to travel less and you have to go more. That's a common thing you can help her to do. Okay, let's get over the next item of grocery. So basically this is the major expenses which will incur also for a family. So in metro, so this is not exact amount, see everything is in round figures. Okay, so let's see what are the expenses. You can see the snapshots here which I have attached for monthly. So it is not exactly which is happening for month. I have added many of the things which comes for quite 1.5 month or even more than that. Okay, on an average if you take, so we have to add plus or minus 3 to 4,000, just in case. If you are not limiting yourself, okay, it can even go 30 to 40% lower if you are in a suburban, semi-urban, or in a rural. Okay, so also let's go to the next item of transportation. So if you are near to office, you are commuting by car or bike. So, and it's not only, see, all the items which we have added here is not for a single person. You have to consider for a family of four. Okay, transportation, which I means to say, is not only for you, it is for all of the person, all the persons included. Okay, so you can say why the differences in transportation is less for medium standard guy, because he has taken, I have considered he has taken near to the office. Let's see the next topic, which is a parental health insurance. So actually this varies between company to company. So if you are an employee, you are taking from the company, it definitely varies from company to company. There are few companies which provides the insurance for an parent in affordable cost, and some companies are really varies. So it sometimes also depends on whether you are in a very large scale sector or a medium scale sector, or how it is. So basically I have put down considering a medium scale sector. You can always change if your company insurance is quite lesser. So I have seen For both the parents, it can go up to 60,000, and in some companies I have seen it is up to 20,000 also. Okay, so it will decide how much will be your monthly expenses. So basically, if it is 60, I have put it all in terms of your monthly expenses. So there usually you won't see all together as, see, this is why I have, why it shows more in a monthly wise, because there are a lot of expenses which comes year wise, but we have segregated them and divided them to the month wise, and we have kept it. So that's why you are seeing some large amounts in month, or else if you take one time considerations, you don't feel all these aspects coming into picture. Okay, same applicable for your child expenses also. Okay, let's go to the next topic of expenses which comes along with the child. Okay, so first initial days you'll have to bear bit of higher cost due to maybe hospitality charges or vaccines and etc. So once kid has grown up, your cost will literally go down, and later the cost will come up with their schoolings. Okay, you also feel free. I just consider for the uh, person who having two kids, but you can always free if you, nowadays it's really difficult to have two kids as per the income sources. It's difficult for maintaining two kids is what generally I hear a lot about a family circle or friends or everything. So if, accordingly, definitely you can change this and see what is the final cost which comes up to you. Okay, then which comes an insurance. What I have mentioned is a term insurance, which is for me, I'm 30 years old, I've taken 1 crore of insurance, which is equivalent amount I have put it here. Okay, if one mistake which I did was I quit one of the insurance which I taken in my early 20s. So if I would have taken the same, it would have been just 600 rupees per month. But I had to disconnect during COVID time. I couldn't pay, and I had to retake it for 1 crore. So that's why the cost has been increased. So earlier, whatever taken was 600 rupees was for 60 lakhs, but I have increased the sum to 1 crore. So there again, I have few questions from my colleague. What is the total amount which has to be insured? Whether 1 crore is enough, whether 60 lakh is enough, whether 2 crore is enough. So there is lot. So it all depends on for what time period you are insuring yourself. So I'll definitely make one separate video on the insurance topic, both health and term insurance in a separate one. The remaining expenses we can say it as miscellaneous, TV and mobile plans, subscriptions, internet charges. So I have considered minimal internet charges. These internet charges also can vary from person to person. So I have considered 799 plan which comes up to 1000 after GST and all. Okay. Basically, I don't go to gym, but I have a brother who goes to gym, so I have put down his expenses. But in some families, there are many people who can go to gym, so accordingly, their cost also will increase. So put that accordingly. So what is the gym membership? So I have kept it as a median. I have not kept my brother's actual expenses here. It is quite high, which gym he goes up, and also his protein expenses are high, but you please keep it as per your expenses. I'm just given as an example. Okay, so he is really going for affordable proteins and everything. So his cost is compared to, like, he is working as a bodybuilder, natural bodybuilder without steroids. So his proteins might come up to this level, but for other persons who wants to go for a good brand, very well known brand, so their cost can uh, increase a little bit. Okay, so that's why if you see the gym membership, I've also kept higher ranges for other standard guys. So the next comes your car insurance. So divided car plus bike. We have one car, one bike. So all the insurance amounts which we pay for third party plus your own accidental insurance, I have put it down as an average. So medical expenses for my mom or parents. So you can put down here. So this is as of now, if you see, it is a minimal one. Few people will spend really a lot amount, so they can pay. They can put it down here respectively, whatever the amount they are spending. So this drinking water may be debatable. Some people will use their own filters and they won't see any charges. But in few areas, the water quality is very bad. So always your filter keeps having a problematic. So I have kept a rental filter. If anything happens, they will come and they will repair it. So I'm using Drink Prime water. I'll put a link in the attachment so with my link with my in the details below, and I'm just putting it up as an additional unexpected monthly expenses medical one. So basically I pray we should be healthy and happy life, but sometimes we can't. We are humans and we fall sick. So it happens every time. Now you go for consultation, it is minimum 5,000 and your medicines are a bit costly. Even for your fever, you basically end up with a minimum of 2,000 rupees for any hospital. Then I have considered a minimal amount of pocket money for all four together. So maybe see, we have friends, we end up as in IT company guys, we spend lot of time having with the friends, spending time with the colleagues. So we go out for a dinner. Same thing, we go out with the family also. So all these things will come together to this miscellaneous as well as this pocket money for all the four members. So this may vary. This people may not take. Maybe my brother takes more, my mother takes less. So all together, I have put it as 12,000. It varies from, so everybody will not be that much affordable. Medium standard guy may increase and other guys also may increase their own expenses. These are all how we consider. So as of now, I'm staying in Karnataka. So electricity bill is somewhat for some people it has been reduced because of that concession. But still, I will be paying 500, 600 rupees additional. But really, if actual electricity bill comes up, it definitely it goes up to 2,000, 2,500. So this also can vary between other two standards also. Okay, so let me show you uh, the total cost which comes up. So always feel free. So for example, if you don't have a kid and you may not spend this much on a protein, you can always delete the same. Okay, but these things will definitely come up. So if your parental insurance is coming for 2,000, I'm very happy. You can always change this. I'll attach the same in ink, or you can, it is a very simple AC. It's, you can try to put up and see. Thank you guys. See you in next video. Please share, subscribe and like so I could upload more content and useful information. Thank you. Bye bye.